Sir, I take this opportunity to introduce Krishnan. He is a member of General Committee of Madras Chamber of Commerce, a Board of Advisor of Air Cargo Agent Association of India, Member Custom Advisory Committee, Chairman International Cooperation Committee, Madras Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Krishnan is third generation logistics leader with 40 years of experience in air cargo and freight forwarding and shipping. He is a member of Madras Chamber of Commerce General Committee, also the Customs Advisory Committee. He holds chairman position in International Cooperation Committee, Madras Chamber of Commerce. He is also board of advisor of Air Cargo Association, Air Cargo Agent Association of India. He is a key contributor to National Logistic Aviation Policy Committee. He is also recognized industry award including Air Cargo Personality Year for the Year and Lifetime Achievement Award from Exim. Over to Krishnan, sir.
Thank you, Padmanabhan. It's been a day of learning so far. And what has emerged is resilience, policy, planning, looking into the future, preparing for the future. But then this session is trying to take a step sideways. Because this
sir, if you don't mind, keep the mic close to you so that...
This session is going to talk about the gaps that exist and how do we address these gaps to ensure the Viksit Bharat vision does not remain a dream but a reality. I cannot but help quote from poetry, and I go to Shakespeare, The Tempest, where Mirinda, exposed to the world for the first time, says, "Oh wonder, how many goodly creatures are there? How beauteous mankind is. Oh brave new world that has such people in it." I have a panel of such beauteous, brave new world here, and it is to them I'm going to turn to say, identify, and maybe recommend certain changes which can be short-term, certain changes that need to be addressed over the medium and long term, so that a dream becomes a reality and dream does not remain a dream. And extremely eminent panel, and I don't think Shri Kaddu reads any introduction. He is known all of us from the DPIIT Ministry of Commerce, as done by my predecessor, Shri Shantanu. The first 3 minutes is for your initial remarks, followed by the questions. Mr. Shah.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. In fact, thanks for the organizer for not keeping me in the session with the Shantanu sir, because it's difficult to be serious as well as for the policy makers not to laugh and, you know, being on the stage. But having said that, definitely the first session was very beautifully organized. We can carry forward that discussions just for the resilience part of it, what the government is doing for that matter. We know everybody, we are learning the more what the priority as of now is managing the instability. We are trying to do that with the help of the more coordination with the stakeholders. We are taking more, you know, trade facilitation measures. And having said that, when we talk about the infrastructure part, even Mr. Ahluwalia said in the earlier session, we are creating too much infrastructure possibly. That's one of the perspective we also understand while making the policy. But infrastructure is what makes us keeps us grounded for the growth as well as making our you know, overall system making more resilient. So earlier we used to having to, if we need to achieve any manufacturing growth or manufacturing share into the GDP, I think the infrastructure capacity has to be at par with the developed countries. So that's what we have been developing. There are a lot of government policies which are focusing on the manufacturing sector. Of course, the results are long-term. We are working on the FTA, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India. All this policy doesn't work in the silos. So particularly we found with the industry stakeholders that infrastructure is the primary thing. That was the focus from the government. We are trying to make now the second part. We have been focusing with the Gati Shakti, Sagarmala development of the port. So that's the one of the priority. Now we are focusing, as my colleague said, Atulji, we are now focusing on simplifying the processes. So that is make it more the trust-based environment, help our industry to focus on their core strength. Lastly, for this instability things, I think together our industry is been in a good shape. They are taking, helping the trade to make, to fight with these conflicts, and we are trying to make our system more as a conflict as a trade variables into overall trade. And I think growing together, going together, we will go through, and policy makings definitely we are looking forward to put more policy interventions toward making how economy more growth. I think that's it.
Thank you, sir, for those opening remarks. Yes, it is not just infra, but it is also simplification. Make things easy for everyone to understand. It is not enough you just make it understand. It has to be made implementable. And that is where periodical review, public feedback, and adjusting the sails to make this voyage smooth is very important. And maybe I would come to you in the next round on that. I next move on to Sri Ravikant Yaramurthy, a doyen in the industry. Again, his role in skilling needs no mention. He has been very, very active. Success comes with knowledge. Success and knowledge are never divorced. And imparting knowledge, a knowledge that is relevant, that is futuristic, and knowledge which also has the ability to unlearn. How do you see skilling going forward to prepare a professional logistics team across every segment in the coming years?
Thank you, Mr. Krishnan. Good afternoon to everyone. So I represent the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. In the morning, Mr. Yogendra Garg has told the member customs that somebody needs to invest in skilling. So I am the one who invests in skilling through the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and we have also been regulated by the Logistics Division, DPIIT. So we not only just invest in skilling, we wanted to make career in logistics aspirational. So that's our primary thing that we are doing, because whenever we talk about logistics, nobody has got a clue in terms of what career is in logistics. So forget about futuristic roles of logistics. Everybody has got a limited know-how about what logistics is all about. So we have done a bit in terms of skilling approximately about 10 lakh people for the last 10 years, and we have been successful in establishing courses in the undergrad programs and the postgraduate programs. We have about 120 institutions affiliated in India. We also have a lot of connects with other universities abroad. So we make it aspirational. So that's we skill not just we don't just impart the education programs, we skill right from the drivers, the heavy commercial vehicle drivers. We create a pipeline of drivers to logisticians across the spectrum of 12 different subsectors in the entire logistics ecosystem. So that's exactly what we do. So coming to what exactly first of all, thanks to Nacfs and Cfsai for giving us this opportunity. So what support that we require in terms of how do we make it aspirational, how do we make it very futuristic in terms of skilling is, a lot of associations who have established the skilling institutions. I would request first Nacfs to be a part of that ecosystem, because the government is ready to support in terms of establishing association-led, industry-led skilling institutions to benefit the entire logistics ecosystem. So I would invite you for that as well, because FFA is doing, ACFA is doing. Secondly, we have apprenticeship programs where the government is mandated, where there are a lot of incentives which are given by the government. And thirdly, when we talk about skilling and the multimodal logistics, futuristic job roles, who are the takers, right? We skill a lot of people, but who should employ them? That's a question mark again. So I would request industry to support us in terms of sensitizing your members that, we are a no-cost organization who will provide you free of cost skilled manpower, which will in turn benefit your entire organization. Mr. Padmanabhan has been, a taker of a lot of skilled manpower. Mr. Pramoda is here who has been engaging apprentices, but in the larger ecosystem comes forward, then I think we are talking great about the skilling ecosystem and benefiting the entire industry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those words. I come to Shri Afaq Hussain. He has had an international exposure. He has seen things around the world. What has it? And he is aware of what technology can do, and he is also aware what technology, where it stops. I wish to quote a couple of lines. Technology is our future. That's what they all say. But I think our future is getting in our way. With this comparison to other developed nations and decrying this country, is that the right way for us to develop infrastructure with technology married to it?
Thank you so much. Thank you NACFS and Cfsai for having me here. I think technology is the backbone of trade facilitation, if I may say. And technology is not only important for the regulatory processes of customs or RMS and all. I think technology is also important when my container is moving in terms of, from railways also. If my container is moving from hinterland on Conclave rail, technology is important for that, because that technology, artificial intelligence or whatever the latest technologies are, that helps me plan my vessel management as well. Which terminal, which container, where to be landed, where the train has to mixed rake or single rake, all those things. So technology is important everywhere. And warehousing. Again, I've visited some of the warehouses in the US and other European countries where they say that half the job is done in the warehouse during the night by the technology. And we come back in the morning and finish the rest of the things. I've personally seen those kind of warehouses. I think those are some of the allied logistics sector. We have CFS fully into technology, integrated into technology, but we need warehouses. Railways, I want to touch upon this hinterland connectivity, which is very important for our maritime EXIM. We are still not there in terms of visibility of my cargo in rail when it is moving from hinterland to ports. I think that's where we're lacking the technology. We're still not there in terms of wagon allotments, wagon bookings, container allotments, container bookings from Concor, or for that matter, Indian Railways, when I want to move cargo from hinterland. And North India is one of our biggest hinterland, where we don't have ports within our, so we need railway, which is, and my nearest port is in Gujarat or in Maharashtra, which is more than 1,500 kilometers. So railways should be an ideal way of moving my cargo, but still wagon allotment, wagon booking, cargo visibility, where it is landing, when it is landing at the port, they're still missing in terms of technology. Another important aspect is the delays in transit. Another important aspect, my train leaves on time, but I'm still stuck with various problems in the transit. I still get delayed. So these are some of the checks and balances we need to fill up, and technology can play a role in this.
Thank you, sir. So it need not be the devil that it's made out to be. I come back to my own friend, Sri Nataraja, Chairman-elect Federation of Freight Forwarders Association of India. He is the critical logistics service provider who is responsible for everything that goes wrong. What do you think is going to be the role of a freight forwarder going forward with so much of technology, with so much of changes, so much of operational imbalances, if I may use the word? How do you develop the patience? And it is also important for you to inform your client, correct? How do you think all these challenges are going to be met stepping forward? Not yesterday is a story that is dead. What is the new story that you're going to come up with?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, NACFS and CFS AI, creating a wonderful platform and arranging this conclave for enlighten many governmental issues and local issues for understanding of our own members. Sir, as far as freight forwarding is concerned, a individual freight forwarder must know the global movements. What will happen, anticipation, and the need of importers, exporters. Accordingly, they have to plan. Any work suppose taken place, some errors will come. If not, it is not the activity is not taken place, we can easily recognize. When book the cargo, travel from one place to another country, so what type of solution we have to provide, and what are all the expectation from the global scenario, we make it SOP, and today the digital platform, the digital transformation is very, very important, and you use the opportunity and throw the light on time to time to the exporters, importers. Accordingly, we can remove the barrier, then give good service to the people. Unexpected problems sometime will come, like the West Asia issue. For that, the freight forwarders alone can't do anything. With the help of the government organizations and other stakeholders, we can overcome the issue very, very confidently. And the developing ideas and knowledge is not a single stroke matter. We keep on, we can create our ideas to throw the solution for any disturbance.
Thank you, Mr. Rajan. I come back to Sri Kaddu. Infrastructure per se, should it yield a return on capital?
Yeah, when as a policy makers or when the government is investing in infrastructure, I think it is having a compounding effect in the long term. When we talk about the trade-off, whether to invest in the general economy or into the infrastructure, it's always about the trade-off. Whether
let me clarify. Yeah. When we ask for the DFC on the eastern corridor, it stops at Vijayawada. Technically, it should gone up to Virinjam. It would have made sense. We have seen the challenges in Virinjam. But the answer given was economic viability stops us from creating this infrastructure.
So this again comes back to investing in the infrastructure. When we take up any project for that matter, it's not only the money, it's about the viability, it's about the land availability. We know the geographical structure in India, it goes narrow. Already there are railway tracks, but we do not have a scope to multiply it on the third line or the fourth line. Still we are doing it to the wherever possible. There are studies being done. When we talked about the Vininzam, particularly it was developed as a transshipment port, particularly for that matter. When it is designed for that matter, we know most of the cargo origin or destination is North India. But still now there are a lot of, we have been in last couple of quarters, we are discussing the couple of multiple projects providing a dedicated railway line for the Vininzam, be it a flyovers, be it underground pass, so that we have the first and the last mile connectivity. So that's being a focus. Definitely it will give the return on the capital. It will help economy to grow. But that's all this is long term. Yeah. So we have to be prepared. We have to keep investing. We know the global scenario are difficult. It's not so, conflicts are there, one after the other. So we have to grow in between. So conflict, when we are making the policies, all these conflicts or any issues, as a logistics or a trade, we don't have to see as a conflict. That's an operational challenge for us. We are seeing operational challenges from last 5 years. We have seen COVID, we have seen Red Asia crisis, we are seeing this West Asia crisis, we have seen again Russia, Ukraine issues. So these will come up. So these for us, for a trade and for logistics industry, I think these are the operational challenges, and more infrastructure will help us. I'll give a recent example. When all these things happened initially, we had the port capacity, JNPT, Mundra, we could accommodate the vessels, our CFS was there, the customs was there to help the trade, we had the ICD, CFS, railway line. So infrastructure has supported. Vininzam, it was, in the last 1 month, it has given the 10 times trade, that is helping. So infrastructure is not only helping in resilience in the operational issues, but that will help us to grow in the long term. Definitely cargo, and one more important, I would like to say, our manpower, they are the biggest resilience, technology is there, infrastructure is there, but when we talk about the particularly Indian logistics sectors, I think is man-to-man correct. We can just get the things, gather the people together. The government is now talking to the associations. That's what I think we need to continue. And I would like to, thanks to all the trade, they are coming together. They are helping the trades basically. So our logisticians' first job is to help the trade, whether in crisis or when it is to be grown up. I think that's what the both government as well as a logistics provider
Thank
has
you,
to.
Yes, intangibles also add to profits. If that's the message, we take it. Sri Ravi, you are in the skill development. One of the major deficiencies in logistics is the absence of study materials and qualitative and Indian standard books on logistics. What are your plans to create this source of knowledge?
Thank you, sir. So what exactly we do is we prepare something called as qualifications. In general terms, it's called as job description. That's our first job, which has to be approved by the industry, which has to be approved by the government, and there's a buy-in from the government or government approval is there for that qualification. So that's the number one thing that we do. As I'm talking right now, we have 270 odd courses available through online channel where everybody can access with a very nominal amount of 300 rupees to 500 rupees, and everything is credit based. So any of your employees taking up those courses are recognized by the government of India, number one. And we have 78 qualifications across 12 subsectors that we have. Across these 12 subsectors that we did, we have 78 handbooks in terms of which are downloadable free of cost, available in our government's website as well as our website. So 78 books which are students' handbooks and also the facilitators' handbooks. So these are all available. Apart from this, we have about 120 institutions which are offering BBA in logistics. 2 years of academic institution where the student studies 2 years in the academic institution, final year they'll come to you as an apprentice. So we have content available for apprenticeship as well. It's just that in spite of me talking in a lot of forums, the buy-in factor is not coming in. So the content is available, the study material is available, the books are available, and in case if the industry feels that we would want books to be developed for these courses, we are happy to develop it on our cost. So it's just that the associations have to come forward and tell it to us.
Yeah, but the knowledge of it is not widespread.
Yes, because
the display has to be better.
Yes, I agree.
That's something that I would like to
Yeah.
emphasize. Now coming to Sri Afaq. Multimodal is something that's talked about. It's popular. But multimodal, can it be digitized and be paperless, being the newest form of transportation?
We've been talking about multimodal connectivity for a long time now. We are coming up with some of the most automated multimodal logistics parks in the country, but I think we still lack in the digital integration. Forget about the intermodal digital connectivity. Even within the same mode, we are still not paperless. I'm sorry I'm saying this very openly.
You're right.
We are
You're right.
still not paperless. For the last so many years, we have been hearing that now we are paperless, now we are paperless, but where are we in terms of paperless? Yes, we have around 70-75% of RMS facilitated cargo, which is obviously the minimal human intervention, but remaining 20% or 15, whatever that percentage is, we're still not there. And I think when we are paperless in a single mode, then we can think about going paperless in a multimodal. At least, but yes, various initiatives like ULIP, which ministry is taking up. We are hoping that that unified platform will make us single owned digital platform, and we will be moving in that direction of paperless trade. I think that, these are some of the practices we also need to pick up from global countries. We're all here working in with different countries, and when we see whether it is Jebel, most of us are interacting with Jebel Ali stakeholders, and you see how they operate. So those are some of the practices we need to take up. Yes, there are challenges in terms of data sharing, data security. Not everyone wants to share data, so those challenges will be there, but we need to find a way to that. Can we offer that kind of a data security, data protection to this international global trade data that stakeholders are comfortable in sharing that data? So I think we are not there yet in terms of digital integration for multimodal connectivity. There's a lot that needs to be done in that.
Thank you, sir. Paperless has to be a culture, and this culture needs to be promoted by the practitioners. That is, would you agree to that, sir?
Absolutely.
And coming back to Sri Natarajan.
Yes, sir.
Can you recall your journey as a freight forwarder, looking at the past, because the past holds a lot of lessons for the future. What is it from the past that you think would continue into the future, and what is it from the past that we need to let go?
Thank you. Not only past, every day is a learning day. Every day we are learning something. What should be adopted for the easy journey for the futuristic business? We have to develop our network. It's very, very important on the freight forwarders concept. And developing our own skills also. In India, we are doing business and understand the vision of the government. How we can handle the cargo, and without a trouble, how we can pass on to other country. Not only India, wherever country, wherever we are sending, we have to understand the requirement of the other end also. So just to throw the ball into other court, instead, we have to analyze everything in a proper manner from time to time and do our business. Definitely we will make it 100% success in the freight forwarding business. Only thing, we should not stop the learning. The learning process definitely give more success and overcome from the whatever the hassles we are facing. Thank you, sir.
So learn, unlearn, relearn would be the message, if I can give you. Thank you. I think we have had a very, very crisp session with some very, very precise answer. Can we have a round of applause for a lovely, lovely panelist? And Padmanabhan, I have done it 2 minutes before Shantanu could do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Krishna, sir. I mean, you always be, time is very important for all of us. So at least we do. Thank you so much for the panelists. And I request Sandeep Daragan from Mundra, request you to come and honor the panelists. To Mr. Sagar Kadu, Director Logistics, DPIT, Ministry of Commerce. Mr. Javed, DP World. To Mr. Nadaraja, Chairman elect FFA. Mr. Ganesh Krishnan, to Afaq Hussain. Ganesh, be there, and also honor to Ravi Kant. I'll order to.
Now I'll request Mr. Satwa Padmanabhan to kindly honor our moderator, Mr. Jairam Krishnan.
I think it's a difficult time for us. This is like, we know, but bringing everyone together, that is very important. And I think together as a industry, be it a freight forwarder, be it a custom agent, CFS, port, shipping lines, I think we need to come together. And government. Government is definitely there. We are facilitators. You are taking the cargo together, you are handling the situation, we are just helping you, facilitating you. I think thanks to everyone and bringing everyone together, I think this will make us more strong as a country, I think, going together.
Sir. So, as we conclude our session, thank you everyone for your patience. We are sorry that we delayed you for lunch, but please enjoy the lunch. And I think we had a wonderful sessions. And once again, thank you everyone.